So if a Biden-Trump rematch does materialize, even against the wishes of some Americans, would voters consider another option, possibly a third-party option? Well, according to polling by the bipartisan No Labels organization, nearly 6 in 10 Americans say they would consider voting for a moderate, independent candidate if the choices for president in 2024 were Biden and Trump. For more on that, I want to welcome in Joe Cunningham. He's the national director with No Labels and a former U.S. Democratic congressman. Joe, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for having me.
To start off here, tell us a little bit more about No Labels. You guys are a bipartisan group made up of Republicans and Democrats who've raised over $70 million in support already. So talk to us about your mission. What's the end goal here?
Look, I mean, No Labels has become the voice and the home for all those frustrated Americans who feel like the parties have become too extreme. And we've been around since 2009. And since then, we created the bipartisan House Problem Solvers Caucus, which I was proudly a member of, which has had a number of victories, and including the bipartisan infrastructure bill in 2021, the COVID relief bill, and some major gun safety and innovation bills in 2022. But No Labels has been thinking larger and broader, and that's what's been laying the groundwork for this unity ticket, because we've seen this come down the path. And just like you said, with the numbers, the majority of Americans are scratching their heads and looking at these two presumptive nominees, ask themselves, is this the best we can do here in America? Are we really 4 years later back to square one with the same two people? And so we've been laying the groundwork to secure ballot access across the entire country to make sure that if necessary, there's an alternative option.
Yeah, tell me about this unity ticket. I mean, is this a Republican and a Democrat on the same ticket? Explain that.
Yes, it'd be a Democrat, Republican, Democrat, independent, basically giving Americans another choice. And you stated the numbers earlier that show that Americans are craving this, and people are always asking, why can't we get more options, more freedom? And that's exactly what we're providing. And you look at the time that we're in right now. And there's no need to rehash the numbers that you just stated, but also the number of independents are growing more and more. I'm a Democrat. I'm a lifelong Democrat, but I want more choices. And guess what? So do so many more Democrats and so many more Republicans as well. So this would be a ticket, if necessary, that would gain traction not only among a large number of independents, but Democrats and Republicans alike.
To break down some of the numbers for our viewers at home, No Labels has identified 23 states where a unity ticket could actually win a majority of the vote. That includes Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, Texas. Winning these states would secure electoral votes. Does that actually, I mean, do we actually have a field where a third-party candidate has a real shot at winning the White House?
There's the math for that. And I'll paraphrase Victor Hugo when he said, there's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. And you look at the partisan divide that we are in right now. And this is that time, it appears, with these two presumptive nominees. And I want to be clear, this is an insurance policy. And we're only going to run this if the two nominees are two people that the majority of Americans are just simply dissatisfied with, and also if there is a pathway to victory. That's what we're focused on. And so right now, this is about preparation, getting on the ballot in all 50 states.
Now, No Labels has recently received some pushback from Democratic lawmakers, including Congressman Brad Schneider of Illinois, who criticized your unity party. He said the unity ticket could even result in Donald Trump's return to the White House. You called those comments out of step. Do you still feel that way?
Absolutely. Look, I mean, I'm a Democrat. I voted for Joe Biden in 2020. I also voted to impeach Donald Trump. And the fact remains, I can understand the pressure that certain Democrats in Congress have from their own party. I mean, I felt it before when I served in Congress. But the truth is, we're speaking for the common sense majority of America right now. And so long as the majority of Americans are behind us, that's what we're concerned about.
All right, certainly something to watch. Joe Cunningham, National Director of No Labels and former Democratic Congressman, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.